Mary Ann Gomes just waits, and Kateryna Lagno, with 2 minutes on her clock, makes a huge blunder, a blunder that cost her the match. It is not a good day for the Alexander Grischuk Kateryna Lagno couple. So Grischuk got eliminated in round two tiebreaks in a mammoth game, match, and Kateryna Lagno also got eliminated by an Indian grandmaster, no, not grandmaster, Indian WGM Mary Ann Gomez. And this was an interesting game, a very exciting game because it was just two moments which decided the match. If you look at this position, it has come from a Sicilian defense, and White has a comfortable position. You can see Lagno, Kateryna Lagno has a very comfortable position. Queen is good, Bishop is great. All the pieces are active, and there's a weakness on D5, the isolated pawn. And here, Marianne played knight D7, and now knight D4 by Lagno, G6. So more weaknesses on the king side, but the queen is forced to go back. But takes, and now queen went to f4. Still comfortable. King g7 defending the pawn. And here rook e1. Queen f6 and now queen e5. Even queen takes queen would be a good endgame for white, but queen e5, knight d6. This is where Kateryna Lagno faltered. She has knight to e6. The point being the queen can't take. And a knight d6 check, if pawn takes, we take here. And then the e6 pawn is anyway going to get picked up. Instead, she played queen takes pawn, which is a blunder because now rook c5, and the queen can't stay anywhere close to defending the knight. Both these squares are taken by the knight. Now she plays knight e6, but it's too late because now queen takes. Because if rook takes queen, we have rook takes queen here. So queen takes queen, pawn takes, and it's basically a full piece up for Mary Ann Gomez. Lagno tried to fight on. So this position is winning. It's a piece versus two pawns, right? And it's one pawn each on the either side, which is not really much. Yeah, it's difficult to create a passport. So the piece should win. But Mary Ann Gomez still gave a chance to Lagno in the endgame. So let's quickly go through the next few moves. Knight f7, pawn f4, g5, takes. By the way, this is the second game of the rapid tiebreak. First game was a draw. So this is all or nothing. Now rook moves and she defends a pawn. Again, here there was an option to go rook e2 and go active. That's generally the better option when you are in a good position. So rook e7, b3. So all Lagno can do is try to create a pass. So knight f3, h4, and Mary Ann Gomez is just creating weaknesses for white, which she's going to pick up later. Now knight f6 and g4 is gone. You can't take it right away, right? That would be a big blunder. Rook g6 check and knight's gone. So she goes king f7. Now she can take, right? Pawn a5 takes, rook a6 and takes, and rook takes a5. So now the material difference is just piece for one pawn. That is not even close. Now king f6, she just brings the king in, all good. King b2, white has one pass pawn connected, and king comes in, and the pawn sneaks through. But Mary Ann Gomez has calculated everything, and this is in a few moves you will see the second most critical moment. King comes in and pawn c7. So she's already calculated all of this. She's down to 37 seconds as Mary Ann Gomez, and she gives up the knight. But now she has a winning rook endgame with an extra pawn. And that's winning because the black king is more active than the white king. White king is just stuck. Here she just pushes a pawn. King goes all the way here. And this is where she could. There's not much to do anyway. She plays king h2, so that's good. Pawn push, king. And suddenly it's all even. So this is somewhat like completely computer like. Like the computer would win here by not playing king h1, by playing rook f7 or rook e7, any rook move, and the computer wins. What's the difference, you would ask? So basically, the point is with rook f7 or rook e7 or any such move, you're not allowing b5. You're stopping the pawn from going to b5. How is it stopping b5? Because now rook f3 check and rook g3 comes, and then king g2 and the pawn will promote. Right? So that is the point. The move she played in the game was king h1. And what's the difference now? b5 immediately played. The pawn is one step closer, but it's so difficult to you know, to find the difference in these moves over the board with clock ticking down. Pawn h2. So to Mary Ann Gom, this is winning. Like she's got a pawn about to promote. King b4, and now rook c1, rook g7, and rook check, and rook k1. So she defends a pawn, because if she tries to promote here, then she will lose this pawn, and that would not be winning enough. And that would be a draw. So now king c6, and here after rook to a2, she just waits. Mary Ann Gomes just waits, and Kateryna Lagno, with 2 minutes on her clock, makes a huge blunder, a blunder that cost her the match. And that move was king to b7. She went to pick up the pawn with the king, but the problem with that is now rook g2 comes, and now after after rook moves, just rook g5. That's probably what Lagno missed. Because if king moves, then there is king takes and it's a draw. So here, if rook h7 happened, now if king moves to g1, just king a7 is a draw. Black will promote, but white will give up the rook, and then the pawn is enough to draw. But the problem is over there, after here, rook g5 comes. So now if king takes, black is just going to pick up the pawn on b5. And if king doesn't take and comes to a6, then just king g2, and you're anyway going to win. So a huge uh, mistake over here by Kateryna Lagno. And so both she and her better half are out of the World Cup on the same day from the second round.